Hey guys, and welcome to Gwent, the Witcher card game. My name is Jaggerous, and today I have a ranked Nilfgaard deck for you guys, and that is a Spies Emir deck. And I kind of feel like this deck is a little bit pointless to showcase. Like, I feel a little bit like a fanny right now, because this deck hasn't really changed that much since the last patch. You know, we still have 3 emissaries, which we're going to use to thin our deck and try and find our spy synergies, including our Imperas, so our Impera Brigades and our Imperian Forces. These, whenever you play a spy, you damage an enemy by 2. When you play them, you damage an enemy by 2. If I was going to balance this card, I'd actually remove the deploy ability, personally, but anyway. We have Impera Brigades, whenever a spying enemy appears, boost self by 2. You know, so there's a lot of kind of, this is just the same. We have a couple Infiltrators, which we can use to toggle a unit spying status, and then we have Menno, which we can use to kill a spying unit. We have a Nausicaa Brigade, deploy damage a spying unit by 7, if it was destroyed, strengthen self by 4. And this is actually really nice in synergy with Joachim. I heard Geralt say his name when I was doing my Witcher Let's Play. So his name is Joachim, as in like you whack them. You whack them, I whack them, everyone whacks them. Joachim. So yeah, Nausicaa and Joachim actually work really nicely together in synergy. So we've got one of those. We've got a couple of Vic of our medics, and you can actually kill the emissaries that you play, and then use the Vic of our medics to replay emissaries, such that you get a lot of synergy and a lot of thinning. So this is all basically the same. You know, we still have Rain Fawn. I still like to run Leo. With Leo, you reveal a unit in your hand, and then you damage an enemy by its base power. So this is nice for removal. The only card I've really changed is Renew. Renew has now been switched out for Muzzle, so we have a Muzzle which we can use to abduct a unit. And that actually makes a unit a spy, so this is kind of interesting in the mirror, because the unit that you take becomes a spy. So just be aware of that, as it does benefit your opponent, and also they can potentially Menno it. We have Orcs. The other switch I made was I switched out Iris for Peter, because there's a lot of decks that, you know, have highly buffed units, so resetting a unit is really good. But you could run Iris if you prefer. We have a First Light, we have Cantarella, again synergizes nicely with Menno and gives us card advantage. We have Selak, whatever his name is. He spawns an ambassador, an assassin, or an emissary, so we can use him to situationally find what we need. And we have a Seer, which will allow us to put cards back into our deck if we overthin. And this also counters, you know, any sort of mill strategies. And yeah, that's the deck. This is it. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and I'm going to jump into a ranked game now, and I'll showcase this deck in action.
Men of Kedwen, attack!
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Okay, so we're up against Henselt. Henselt is often machines. It can be swarm. In terms of our mulligan, we have Rain Fawn, which actually allows us to play a disloyal unit from our deck. We can use him to target draw Cantarella, but generally we use him to find Joachim. So this is something that we can potentially mulligan here. Ideally, you're looking for emissaries, so I'm going to get rid of an Impera Brigade. I don't want Nausicaa Brigade, because that's something I want to actually pull with Joachim, and because I drew Cantarella there, I'm quite happy. I keep calling him Joachim. It's Joachim. I'm going to forget this now, but like, Joachim we can draw with Rain Fawn, so we're quite kind of happy with that. I can lock this. I don't think it's worth locking it yet, to be honest, because ultimately... Let me try and think how to explain this. I don't think it's worth locking this yet, because ultimately... I want a second target with Orcs. I could kill it with Selak, but it's not really worth it. I think I'm just going to play the Enforcer for now. We'll pop that down and shoot this Trebuchet. Trebuchets is an interesting thing to be running, Reinforced Trebuchets, because I don't feel like personally they're that effective. We can now lock both of these, so let's just play Orcs. And we can actually always pick up Orcs and replay him with Emir, so we kind of have a lot of options in terms of what we want to do. Foul Ale, basically the way this card works is it has a timer, and if the timer counts down and you don't do anything with it, then, oh my god, are we cards up? We are cards up, so if the timer counts it down and you don't do anything with it, basically what happens is you have to discard a card. But the thing is, right, this makes your opponent draw the top silver or gold card from their deck. So if I play this, he will draw a silver or gold card. But it has to be in your hand for 3 turns, right? So what we can do now is just pass. And then if he wants to trigger the Ale, we basically just got a tie. We now have card advantage, and we can mulligan the Ale. Like, if you're going to play Ale, play it after you've won a round on a round that you intend to bleed. Or, ah, dear. Like, play it on round 3, when you're going to play all of your cards. Because now I just mulligan it, and I have 12 cards and he has 10. Like, this player does not know how the Ale works. And honestly, I don't think Foul Ale is a very good card. I mean, we maybe risk drawing it with Cantarella, but that's more or less it. because these draw bronzes, so we're fine to play these. So my turn. I guess we just play the Imperial Brigade for now. I mean, the only problem with playing the Imperial Brigade like this is he could get abducted. We could also play Cantarella and just give ourselves more card advantage. Maybe we do that, because then we can play reactively, which is ultimately better. Do I want a Seer? I think the risk I have here is that if I don't take a Seer, I could pull Foul Ale. So let's just take a Seer. She's 10 points, and it's okay. That's the only risk we have with mulliganing it like that, is that we do risk drawing it. Although if we drew it, we could just play it. Unfortunately, Orcs is in the graveyard, so I can't lock these now. But we can probably shoot them to pieces. So now we can play our Enforcer, and then we'll start getting emissaries out and killing the support. Interesting he's running Botchlings and Lubberkins, because if this dies, he'll pull, you know, he'll pull a Lubberkin. But how does he intend to do that? What is in his graveyard? A Trebuchet. So we could use this to take a Trebuchet, or we just get more points on the wood. I think we just get more points on the wood, right? And then because this is a spy, we then get to shoot this. The problem is this is a 3. So this is a little bit awkward to kill.
I don't want to die.
And you can see he's getting value there. All in all, I'm not overly concerned though. So let's play this. It'll get boosted. So then we do have to play the Vic of Aramedic. We unfortunately haven't killed one of these, but we can just take his Trebuchet. And that gives us attrition points. And now we kill this, which means that when we play another emissary with Salak, it'll only be a 2-strength emissary, which means that we can kill it should we be risking drawing a thing higher than a 5. Did he just play Gaunter? I drew the Foul Ale. That is so annoying. Because obviously we'd mulligan that for a reason. So now we want to play this. It means he basically won with Gaunter because he drew me the Foul Ale. And that's why I didn't want to risk with the Seer. I didn't want to risk mulliganing her. So he's managed to gain a card back. But ultimately we're still 2 cards up. So I'm not overly concerned about this situation. The thing I need to be careful with is having my brigades at similar numbers of points. Ideally, you want to play a spy and then kill it, because if you can play a spy and then kill it, it makes your life a lot better. Because what it does is it means that your one Imperial will be 2 points higher than the other Imperial, and that makes life happy. We've also got our Trebuchet shooting thing, so that's good. Okay, so that's probably a reset, so maybe like a Mardrome or a Battering Ram. I don't think that's really worthwhile. He got 1 damage, and then... I mean, he got 4 damage out of it, so I guess it is worthwhile. Let's play Salak.
My son has erred.
Into an Emissary.
Please wait, Your Excellency.
Into an Impera. So unfortunately these two are going to have the same amount of strength. And then we get to kill something. So we'll kill this Emissary. And that's just because if you happen to play 2 emissaries there, if you kill an Emissary that you've played, it actually stops you getting the extra attacks. So I'm guessing I'm getting Battering Rammed. He doesn't have any crewmen. Hit one of the higher point units. I'm a little bit concerned about Scorch. If we first, like, what are we likely to get? Nausicaa Brigade, Infiltrator. Maybe we... The alternative is we can Emir, but there's nothing good to pick up. There's nothing good to replay at the moment. So maybe we just rally and hope for the best. That is actually not bad, because if we pick this up and replay it, what typically happens is, because it's been strengthened, we can pick it up and replay it with Emir, and it will maintain its strengthen, and then we can shoot another target. And because we have Infiltrator, we can actually, you know, give a unit spying. And if we give a unit spying, then what happens is, we can guarantee the kill on it. So I guess we give one of the batting rams, because this does 7 damage, right? So we give one of the batting rams spying, because I don't think he's actually going to play anything bigger than Cantarella for us to kill. So we play this, we make this a spy, and then when we play Emir, we can then kill this. I should actually probably also play this other Imperial Brigade. Okay, so Artifact Compression. We'll play this one. And this way we just get the extra points from the spy before I start killing them all. We have a lot of points with Joachim. Avalak. Interesting. Leo. And Muzzle. What do I want to take from him? There's nothing particular I want to take at the moment. We could take the Botchling. Not a bad abduction. This is typically okay, because I can basically do 10 damage with Leo, right? We can kill Cantarella with Menno. We can pick this up and replay it. But if we pick this up and replay it, we do also need to play something. So I think what we'll do is we'll play Emir.
The North shall tuck tail, beg for mercy.
We'll play... we play muzzle here? Ideally, you want to hit something with 8. I don't think he's going to play anything that does damage over time. I think we'll play the muzzle. Take this card. And then pick up the Nausicaa. Which then means we can replay the Nausicaa and kill this spy. So, you know, then this guy gets strengthened again. So he gains another 4 points. He'll be a 13.
Salutations.
Okay, so now he has crewman. We can kill that. We could kill that with Leo. If we choose to kill that with Leo... Is he likely to play more machines? I feel like he is likely to play more machines, so that's probably not bad. That actually would have been a good abduction target. But it's too late for that. So let's play this. And then we'll reveal our Nausicaa Brigade, because he knows we have this anyway. And we'll just kill that. Which I think is a good play. He's up a few points, but, you know, we have a hell of a lot of cards.
You can try to win.
And that was actually a good, because we stopped him gaining 3 points from that play. So let's play this. And kill this. I've enabled his Igni. I mean, he could get a 13-point Igni, but regardless of where I played this, I would have enabled an Igni. So, all in all, I'm not too fussed. There's nothing great to reset. I should probably just kill the Cantarella now with Menno. So we'll kill that. And all in all, now we're ahead. He has 1 card, we have 3. Like, the Foul Ale in round 1 basically fucked him. Like, going 10 points. So it was a no-tempo play. We had even numbers of points. And I got a Foul Ale. Like, that is basically just not what to do. I don't really get his deck anyway. It had like botchlings and trebuchets and stuff, and this just happens when you're trying to climb MMR. Because at the moment, you know, everyone got reset, so I've got to climb back up to 4K. So sometimes we're just going to get weird games like that. But I feel like they're worth showcasing because at least this way you learn not to do what to do. Like, admittedly, I would not play Foul Ale, but if you're going to play Foul Ale, don't play Foul Ale in a situation where your opponent can pass with 2 cards up and then mulligan the Foul Ale. Because you're just giving them card advantage, which is kind of silly. Anyway, I'm going to jump into another game and I'll showcase this deck in action once more for you guys.
To the dungeon with him.
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
So, Radovid's a bit of a pain, but we have Orcs, so the fact that he's a bit of a pain is fine. Often I'll just mulligan Vic of our Medics. We don't really need these till later. First Light, the question is he going to play Weather? Occasionally they do, so I'll hold this for now and we'll just have a little bit of a think. We have Cantarella, a Seer, Infiltrator, Imperial Brigade. Do we need an Infiltrator? If we have a long round, we probably do, but we don't have Menno. So, Alternatively, we mulligan the First Light. But then he'll play Weather. As soon as I mulligan the First Light, he'll play Weather. I think we take the risk. I don't think he's playing Weather. Enforcer's good. Emissaries are good. I'm going to mulligan my Infiltrator as well. Rain Fawn. So Rain Fawn will guarantee our Joachim, which is nice. Like, it's a shame that we don't have Cantarella and Menno, because often what you can do at the start is you can just play Cantarella, and you can either force them into taking 2 card disadvantage or losing on even. Oh, and there's the Weather. As soon as I mulligan Weather, this happens every time. Okay, what is row locked? It's just worth being aware of what is row locked so I can plan around where he plays his Weather. Although if something is in Weather, I can always pick it up with Emir. So that's okay. In terms of the Imperial Forces, what we want to do is we actually want to kind of shoot these, because he's going to be playing units which boost all of the... I'd imagine he's playing units which boost all of the 3s, the Blue Stripe Scouts, I believe they're called. So if you can damage units, then he doesn't get as much value out of his stuff as he would like, basically. We have Orcs, so if he does lock us, we're kind of okay. But remember, he does 4 damage, so he's going to pull Weather. Which is kind of unsurprising, to be honest. We can, like I say, pick things up, so that's okay. And we can, you know, replay it. We could always Emir and pick this up, but we'll do that on the next turn, I think. For now, let's play an Emissary. Oh, awkward choice. Awkward choice. This is like the kind of choice that you don't want, really.
If not by strength,
it does happen sometimes. Like, occasionally you kind of get an unfortunate choice, and there's not an awful lot that you can do about it. We do get to shoot twice, though, here. So we'll shoot the 3s. And this is just in case he's playing Blue Stripe Scouts, because they will boost all of the 3s. So if we can shoot the 3s, that's good.
I do not mince words on principle.
And then he eats the Spy, which is kind of to be expected. We have Peter, so we can reset that down to 6. So this is where we now play Amir, and we'll pick that dude up out of
There
the
is
weather.
but one punishment for traitor.
The question is, what do we want to play instead? I think we probably want to play an Imperial Brigade. And that gets us some more points on the board. So let's play this Imperial Brigade. And he'll get boosted by this guy. We pick this guy up. And then basically the Frost has achieved nothing. And we're still ahead on even cards. Because we won the coin flip. We're what, 7 points up? He does have 6 points of carryover. Which is maybe annoying. We can lock it, but you know, he might just unlock it. Although I think if you unlock it, it still loses its resilience. Because locking things, as you can see, it disables cards, abilities, turns over ambushes, removes tokens. So he won't replace the token by unlocking it. So I'm hoping he's going to want to lock one of my units. And we're kind of, in some ways, we're kind of trying to bait him into it here.
Long live it.
Oh, see, that is something I do want to stop. But we can stop it by shooting it, to be honest. Like, if we play this... Boom. Now it doesn't have any armor. Because it doesn't have any armor, it no longer boosts adjacents. And that is a good counter there. And so then, now the locks come out. And now we have to ask ourselves, you know, what would we rather... Would we rather have this guy unlocked? Would we rather have this guy unlocked? Would we rather lock this? That is kind of what we're going to ask ourselves. Would we rather have shots or points? I guess we'd rather have points. The problem is if I do this, it's a low tempo play. Like, he would still be ahead. The alternative is we just allow this to happen. And play something higher tempo. We are a card up, but he has 6 points of carryover. I think... Oh, shit! That was not the one I wanted to play! Oh, I misplayed that. I misplayed that. I wanted to play the orcs, and instead I played Peter. On the plus side, we're up... Technically, we're up 2 points. Because of the frost. But we are up, at any rate. I feel like he's running out of cards he wants to play. So the alternative is we play this, which is 5 points. And lock this and this. I think the 3 points of carryover is kind of not a big deal. So he's actually up 4, 5, 6, because we're going to get weathered. But he has to play a card for that.
Who is to die?
We unlock this one. Or we lock this one. Do we unlock this one? Do we unlock this one? I guess we unlock this one. We're now up. You know, he has to play a card here. Because frost doesn't happen till the start of our turn, so this is okay. Sometimes you have to do your maths. We do want to thin our deck some more, though. Which means we do want to play these... emissaries and Salak and that. Salak's also a great target to pick up, but I think we were better off saving our enforcer from the weather. Although potentially I probably should have actually unlocked the Imperial Enforcer simply because that allows me to take armor off of like units. Like I can target units and remove their armor. So that potentially would have been a smarter unlock now that I think about it. He's only played 1 silver card. I've only played 2 though, so. Lacerate. Okay, how many points am I down? 15. That's quite a few points. Can I make it up? It depends what we pull, really, right? If we get good targets, then yes. If we get shit targets, then we might end up behind. But then we could win on 1 card disadvantage, which is also okay. That is not enough points. Yeah, see, now we're behind. So now he can pass and go 1 card up. But I don't think he wants to. I think he wants to win the round. That was a low-tempo play. And I was hoping to chain emissaries there. Because sometimes you can do that. We have another one here. So then you chain emissaries and then you get a lot more value out of them. Unfortunately, not to be. Do we have anything good in his graveyard? No. And an Aretuza Adept. I mean, we could have also played Rainfawn and gone for Joachim. I don't think I can save this. Do we just pass here? I'm just trying to think if there's anything I can actually do to stop this from happening. Oh! Oh! We can. Right, so we play Silak. We play ambassador.
Upon thy mercy.
We get more spies. We give this like a fucking butt ton of points. That'll do. Now what you gonna do, buddy? Now what you gonna do? Oh, that was a good play. That was smart. I feel intelligent. I think we probably want to pass here. I mean, we could play Asir just for points. I don't think he has any big plays. You know, he played Iris, and that actually ended up giving me points. That ended up being a negative play for him. And if he makes a play that doesn't catch my tempo here, we just pass and get 2-card advantage. He's really thinking about it. I'm getting roped. He's mousing over his ones. There's the pass, yeah. Passing on even. That hurts. That hurts. The thing is, we really want to find Menno so that we can kill Cantarella, because then it's not as bad as you're giving them 11 points, but then, you know, you can counter it with your Menno, so it's kind of okay. Huh! She triggers on the turnover. Okay, we don't... I still don't think we need First Light. He's played most of his weather, so let's just mulligan this. And there's Menno. So if we pass, he just wins. So I think, like, because we're on even, you know, we may as well go for... Otherwise, we're just going into the final round with more cards. And we have Rain Fawn as a win condition. So I think we should probably just play Cantarella.
Let us see.
And then we can always choose to lose this one. Emissary is not bad. I guess I wanted, like, Leo. But Emissary is actually pretty decent, because then I can use that to thin my deck. So all in all, that's pretty okay. We have Muzzle, which is nice. If he plays something we want to take. But at the moment, like, we're just kind of gaining card advantage, right?
Now what?
Oh, that's interesting. So he's just matched my spy with his spy. So now we're kind of on even Stevens. I do think we want to drain him here, though.
I'm falling behind.
What do I want? We'll shoot that. And we'll shoot that. I actually probably shouldn't have shot that, because now I don't have as good of a muzzle target. But at the same time, I also want to see what he does. And I can actually shuffle Frosts into his deck with the Seer, so we probably want to do that.
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
Because Frosts are just not good draws. And then we'll kind of see how it goes. I think we're okay to kind of just see how this goes. I could put Iris in my deck. Now let's put Frost in his deck. Because that's just not useful. Like, it's just not tempo, and we're going to have a short round, so this kind of makes his mulligan less likely to be good. Which is good for us. And then we have Muzzle, Rain Fawn, Menno. But Menno's only really good if we draw Infiltrator. So maybe we want to play Menno now and kill Cantarella, which is a 19-point play. Put pressure on him, basically.
Regroup.
Not a great play at all. The thing is, we're down 6. We're actually down 8. So a 19-point play puts us 11 up. I think I'm kind of okay with it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to see good value out of Menno in a future round, unless I draw an Infiltrator. So I think taking the points now and kind of forcing him to make tempo plays, because now if he doesn't make a tempo play, I can pass and get card advantage. And having card advantage going into the final round puts me in a really nice position. So he's kind of scuppered, really. And more or less we're happy with whatever we draw, other than Joachim. You whack him. You whack him. Not Joachim. Okay, so he's managed to keep it up. Silver or bronze? This is going to be 12 points. I think we peace out here. The only issue we would have is if he plays something that's not an 8. That's the one risk that we have. Though we can potentially muzzle Joachim. You whack him. You whack him. I'm sorry, I can't do this. Words are difficult. He's got golds. I'm guessing Dijkstra. But if he plays Dijkstra, he's likely to pull Frost, which isn't wholly useful for him. This is basically just any bronze unit. Oh, Weather Clear, actually. I don't want to mulligan because I don't want to Like, I need to use Rainfawn to find Joachim, and if I pull that, then Rainfawn is dead, and I just cannot deal with a dead Rainfawn. Infiltrator, Nausicaa, Impera, Enforce, Impera Brigade, Vicavara Medic. Vicavara Medic's probably what you want, because then you can res a
I'm a medic. I tend
emissary.
To know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
Shani, okay. Ideally, we want an Enforcer. Dora Garay.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
Savage Bear. If he takes Savage Bear, we're going to muzzle it. He must take Savage Bear. There's no way you take Ekamara here. Drowner. Oh, he's gonna... He wants to Natalis. He wants the Natalis. 100% that's what he wants to do. So let's just do this. There we go. 14-point play.
Dark clouds gather over.
Yeah, because then he's going to Commander's Horn. Oh, he's got Commander's Horn in hand! Awkward. Why? He's given me that information, though. So hopefully we get a... That's not what I wanted. It doesn't really matter. Like, we should get more points than 12 with Rainfawn. So it's all good. Because I was hoping for... He got a dodgy mulligan then. Maybe he drew a Frost and mulliganed into Commander's Horn. Hopefully that's what happens. You'll never really know, unfortunately. This gives him 2 points anyway. Infiltrator.
I always find
And there we go. Easy peasy. At least that guy kind of had a win condition and a strategy. I feel like, you know, at least he was trying to do things, but we kind of stopped him. Winning round 1 was really good for us. Bleeding him round 2, again, good, because it meant that he didn't really get his Commander's Horn value, which he was clearly saving for the final round. The muzzle, disrupting that, took 4 points off him. We also gained points from it, and yeah, good game. Good game. Spies are kind of standard. Like, they haven't really changed much since the last patch. You can kind of tweak a few things. Like I said, I took Iris out. Being aware of things like Ambassador there, you saw me counter his Iris with Ambassador, that's wise. I took Iris out, I put in Peter because there's a lot of big units usually that resets are really good, and I put in Muzzle instead of Renew. That's more or less it. But yeah, if you like this deck, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know what you guys think of Spies in the comments below. Are you bored of them? Do you love to play them? Are you more of a reveal player? If there's anything you want to see, let me know in the comments below. Beyond that, have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you like this episode, hit that like button. You can find me on Twitter @Jaggerous and twitch.tv/Jaggerous. Bye!